This is a meditation to celebrate Imbolc, the awakening of spring. Take a deep, slow breath, feeling the air move through your nostrils, cool and sharp like the winter morning outside your window, and as you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears, releasing the weight of the year that has passed. Find a position that feels both stable and effortless, whether you are sitting with your spine tall like a young birch or lying flat and heavy like the earth beneath a blanket of frost. Close your eyes gently, not pressing them shut, but letting the lids fall with the softness of a winter twilight. As you settle, bring your awareness to the physical points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. Feel the heels of your feet, the backs of your thighs, the curve of your sacrum, and the broad expanse of your shoulder blades. Imagine these points are like roots, not yet active but deep and secure, anchoring you into the stillness of the season. This is the time of Imbolc, the quickening, the subtle moment when the earth begins to stir in its sleep. And as you breathe, you are invited to join that rhythm of quiet, subterranean preparation. Do not rush to be productive. Do not rush to be warm. Simply be here, in the cool blue-gray light of your inner landscape. With every inhalation, imagine you are drawing in the purity of the falling snow, a clean, white energy that clarifies the mind. With every exhalation, let go of the stale, recycled thoughts of the darker months, the anxieties of the solstice, the fatigue of the long nights. Let them dissolve into the ground beneath you, where the earth knows exactly how to compost old energy into something new. Focus now on your feet. Feel the toes, the arches, the ankles. Imagine them resting on a bed of dark, rich soil, hidden beneath a thin layer of melting ice. The cold is not biting, it is invigorating. It is the cold that preserves the seeds. In your mind's eye, see those seeds, the intentions you haven't even named yet, tucked safely in the dark. Bring your awareness up through your shins and calves into your knees. Feel the joints softening. There is a gentleness in this season, the gentleness of a mother tending a cradle. Move your attention into your thighs and hips, the belly of your posture. In the Wiccan tradition, Imbolc is oi milk, ewe's milk, the sign of new life beginning to flow even before the green returns to the fields. Imagine a soft, milky light flowing into your pelvic bowl, warming the core of your being. This is the light of potential. It is not a roaring bonfire, it is the first flicker of a candle in a dark room. Allow this warmth to rise up your spine, vertebra by vertebra, like the sap beginning to rise in the trees. As the light reaches your heart, notice any tightness there. In the spirit of Brigid, the triple goddess of the hearth, the forge, and the well, offer that tightness to the flame. See a small, steady flame burning in the center of your chest. This is your internal hearth. It is the fire that keeps you whole when the world outside is frozen. Watch the flame. It doesn't need to be huge to be effective. It only needs to be steady. Notice the color of the flame, pale gold at the edges, a deep, focused blue at the center. With every breath, this flame grows slightly brighter, illuminating the inner walls of your ribcage, casting a soft glow through your skin. Now, let your consciousness expand beyond your physical body. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a vast, quiet woodland just before dawn. The air is still, and the world is painted in shades of violet, silver, and charcoal. Beneath your feet, the snow is crusty and thin, with dark patches of earth peeking through like the fur of a waking animal. You are dressed in heavy, comfortable wool, protected and warm. In your hand, you carry a simple unlit lantern. This journey is yours alone, a walk through the liminal space between what was and what will be. Start to walk forward. Hear the crunch of the frost under your boots. The sound is crisp and rhythmic, a walking meditation that mirrors the heartbeat of the land. As you walk, notice the trees. They look skeletal, but you know that deep within their bark, the life force is beginning to pulse. Touch the trunk of an oak tree as you pass. It is cold and rough, but there is a vibration there, a low hum of endurance. This is the mindfulness of the season, recognizing that stillness is not the same as death. Stillness is a form of power. Continue deeper into the woods until you reach a clearing where a small stone well sits, surrounded by 3 ancient hawthorn trees. This is Brigid's well. The water is dark and still, reflecting the fading stars of the morning sky. Lean over the well and look at your reflection. You might not see your face clearly, but you see the spark of the flame you carry in your heart reflected back at you from the depths. Reach down and touch the water. It is shockingly cold, but as your skin meets the surface, you feel a jolt of clarity. This is the water of healing, the water that washes away the mental fog of winter. Take a handful of this water and press it to your forehead. Feel the sensation of the liquid trickling down your temples. It clears your vision. It clears your purpose. In this moment, ask yourself, what is the one thing I am ready to let grow? Don't search for a logical answer. Let the answer rise like a bubble from the bottom of the well. It might be a word, a color, or a feeling. Whatever it is, accept it without judgment. Turn away from the well and notice that on the other side of the clearing there is a small, humble cottage made of stone and turf. A thin wisp of smoke curls from the chimney, smelling of peat and dried herbs. This is the forge of the goddess, the place where the raw iron of our experiences is hammered into the tools of our future. Walk toward the door. It is painted a deep, earthy red. You don't need to knock. The door swings open on silent hinges, welcoming you into a space that is incredibly warm and bright. The air inside is thick with the scent of beeswax and roasting grain. In the center of the room stands an anvil, and behind it, a woman of ageless strength. Her hair is the color of flame, and her eyes hold the wisdom of the forge. She does not speak, but she beckons you to the fire. On the hearth, there are a collection of candles, hundreds of them, all different shapes and sizes, but all of them white. She hands you a taper. You take the light from her hearth and light your own small candle. As the wick catches, feel a surge of creative energy move through your arms and into your hands. This is the poetry of Imbolc, the realization that you are the creator of your own path. The goddess points to a bowl of seeds on the wooden table. These are the seeds of the coming spring. She gestures for you to take 3. Pick them up and feel their weight. They are small, dry, and seemingly inert, yet they contain the blueprint for a whole garden. Hold them in your palm and breathe your intention into them. If your intention is courage, feel the weight of courage in your hand. If it is peace, feel the stillness of peace. The goddess smiles, a gesture that feels like the first warm day of the year hitting your face. She indicates that you should keep these seeds close to your heart. It is time to begin the journey back, but you are not leaving the warmth behind. You carry the candle, the seeds, and the clarity of the well within you. Walk back out of the cottage and into the woods. The light has changed. The sun is beginning to crest the horizon, turning the snow into a field of diamonds. The sky is no longer gray. It is a pale, hopeful pink. As you walk back the way you came, Notice that the world feels different. The silence is no longer heavy, it is expectant. The birds are not yet singing, but you can feel them stirring in the evergreens. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, mirroring the rising sun. You are the bridge between the winter and the spring. You are the keeper of the flame. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing the physical world back into focus. Feel the floor beneath you again, but notice how it feels different now, less like a cold surface and more like a foundation. As you return to the room, carry the energy of Imbolc with you. The quickening is not a single event, but a process. You don't have to bloom today.
You only have to keep the flame lit and the seeds warm. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes, taking in the light of the room. Look around and find one thing that represents the color white or the element of light, and let it remind you of your journey to the well and the forge. If you have enjoyed this meditation, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us to make more content like this. Blessed be.